guys, Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. Today the video topic that I want to share with you is about some of the myths that we hear out there that are perpetuated not only from insurance companies but also other homeowners that somehow they came across hearing something about this and that they believe to be true, and I want to try to dispel some of this right now. Let's get right into it. Number one is, you've heard the term acts of God? I've actually had some people tell me that representatives of the insurance company have actually told them, no, that was an act of God, and therefore it would not be covered. Your policy does not cover acts of God. Well, I want to tell you right now, number one, there is actually no such thing as acts of God that are referring to the insurance industry and covering your home. There's no way that you would be penalized. And let's quickly identify what is an act of God. Some people, if you will, acts of nature. We're all talking about the same thing here. And we're looking at hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, hail, all these different things that take place that somehow it's been passed on, and a lot of people have the mindset that this would not be covered. And I want to tell you, unless the policy specifically identifies one of those perils that I've just mentioned, you definitely do have protection. You do have coverage for that. There's no just all blanket that says, no, it's not covered. Okay, so let's mark that one off the list there. Something else that we have, rates being raised when you file a claim. That there's no such thing as absolutely automatically you're going to have your rates increased. Your premium's going to go up because you filed a claim. Have they happened from time to time on occasion? Yes, they have. They shouldn't, but yes, they have. But as far as something being automatic, no, that's not the case. All right, another one, being dropped if you filed a claim. Again, that's something that they cannot do that. And normally the language is of they will non-renew you. Now, non-renew you, bottom line is they're trying to sever the ties between you and them being your insured. And what they do is, when you come up to your anniversary date, with ample notice, normally 60 days, to let you know that they have decided they will not be renewing the policy with you, and that they're giving you notice that you need to look for another policy. But as far as the action where all of a sudden, hello, Mrs. Jones, tomorrow you will no longer have any insurance with us. We have dropped you. That doesn't happen that way, okay? And depending on which state it is, if it was a circumstance where it was weather related, such as if you had a hailstorm, or if you had, say, lightning strike to the house, to the roof, and damage, and you filed a claim with that, those would be weather related. Certain states, they legally cannot do that. It's actually stated in the bylaws of the government that no, we cannot sever our ties with you because you filed a claim with an incident related to weather. Okay? So there's another one. Let's put that to rest now. Let's not kick this around and wonder anymore, how does this really affect me or doesn't affect me? There's the scoop on it. Here's one that directly affects me. Public adjusters, insurance companies will say, don't get a public adjuster involved. He's going to take your money. Now, I'm sure you've heard that. And you've also heard many of other homeowners that more often than not, I can't make it a blanket statement, have actually never filed a claim, but they love to perpetuate and continue that myth on. If you would think about for a minute just how a public adjuster gets paid, it's impossible for us to take your money. Number one, you don't pay us. Now, why do I say that? Because simply, you retain our services, we go and perform our duties representing you against the insurance company. We get into a negotiating mode back and forth with the insurance adjuster. We present our damage. We're up here. The insurance adjuster normally is down here. We go back and forth and show them, and we'll execute where we need to have certain dollars for the damage that you've incurred. So the estimate grows with us doing that. At the end, when we will finally agree to a number, both public adjuster, insurance adjuster, we've now agreed. That is what's known as the settlement. The insurance company will cut a check. From that check, we get a fee. That check was developed, has risen to a certain level, all on our efforts. It had nothing to do with what you've done or any of your input. Well, I shouldn't say any of your input. I mean, we asked you certain questions and so forth, so that was your input. But because of no action from you at all is what caused that settlement to be where it is. It was us building the level of damage and presenting the level of damage that did truly occur. Now, I'm not talking about committing fraud. I'm not talking about conjuring up some type of trumped up damages. I'm talking about actually presenting to the insurance adjuster a line-by-line estimate that shows damages that had occurred from this, and this as a result of the peril that you suffered causing the damage. And when the damage is presented up there, it was our efforts that built that up, and then we expect to be compensated for it. I don't think that's unreasonable at all. Or you could not have a public adjuster be involved at all, and you could go and handle it yourself. And then whatever the insurance adjuster comes in and looks around and, yeah, let's rate this, and okay, here's your check. I can pretty much assure you, you will not be paid fairly on that claim. There will be items that have been missed, items that were overlooked. That's the expertise we add, and there's where the settlement ends up being larger, and for that there is a fee. So I hope that that puts that to rest, okay? We're not taking your money. You don't pay us to begin with, but we are providing a service on your behalf for your betterment. Yes, that's true. We are there to represent you, to make sure that you are treated as fairest as possible, both legally and what the policy will allow. So guys, if you learned anything with this, would you give me a thumbs up? Please. Would you also share this with others? There's probably somebody that you know that could benefit from this. Let them see it. Send them the link so they can watch this as well. And of course, would you subscribe to my channel? I appreciate. I've had some more recent subscribers come on board. That's great. We've already passed the 500 mark now. We're well within. I think I'm working on the direction of 510 now. A couple more will have that. So that's a beautiful thing. I'm able to put my message out to more people, and more people can benefit from this. That's what I want. That's the whole idea, is to get the message to you for your best interest, and you guys can have some benefit to this information I put out there. Thank you very much, guys. Have yourselves a great day.